What's going on today? Happy Monday. My name's John from PokeKom Collects, and today we're going to be doing our Market Monday. But first, I wanted to talk about last night, DJ Poke Center and Team Rocket Joey. They both had, well, I think Team Rocket Joey co-hosted with DJ, but they had a live stream last night where he just let anyone call in, and I think that was pretty fun. I hopped in, I talked about what were we talking about? The MSRP chance or would MSRP be a thing? I think is what the question was. I can't remember exactly, but it was about MSRP. And I think I hopped in and I asked a question about um, what would happen if the people that are coming now, like to GameStop and let's say Target and Walmart and all them, they raise their prices for the next couple months. Well, if people started getting into the hobby then, like now, and they see these prices, do you think they would think that that's the normal price, especially if they don't get on YouTube and they don't see TCG player and stuff like that? Do y'all think the parents and the grandparents and even some of the older kids that are getting back into the hobby and they see these prices, do you think they'll pay these prices? Because there are certain things that some people might want right away. Like I wanted the Team Rocket's Moltres box. I went and I overpaid for it, but I wanted it. It's really the only thing that I've overpaid for lately, anyway. But I feel like some of these places, like GameStop, they might keep the prices up even when the market's not in a bull run anymore, and they might have sales later on down the road for it, or people might still just buy it because it's sitting there. I don't know. We can only time is what will give us the answer, so I guess we'll just wait and see what happens. If y'all haven't yet, go subscribe. DJ Poke Center, Team Rocket Joey. Mimic Brew was in there. I think Pokey Chuck. I'm not sure. Poke Office. A couple other people I think hopped in. I don't remember exactly who all hopped in, but there was a bunch of people in there last night. Pokey and E was in there. They were all talking a bunch of different stuff. So go follow them. Go check them all out. Anyway, let's get into it. We're gonna get into our Monday market now. First up, we got Umbreon from Evolving Skies. This one's kind of dropped down. The only issue that I'm seeing with some of these higher end cards, after looking at a few to talk about today, as you can see, it has the up spike from here, from September, still up in October, and then starts to kind of dip and then come down towards the end or the beginning of November. And then you see it in the last week start to level out, kind of. And I think that's going to be the issue with some of these other cards that are higher up in price and value right now, is some of them are going to start trading sideways. Like the Team Rocket Mewtwo, it started to trade sideways here, and then it had another dip in the last month. I don't know. Oh, I don't know what that is, but so it's starting to slowly dip down again here. Um, I don't know. Some of these cards, it might be hard to tell what the right price point would be to buy at now. Because as you can tell, some of it's dropping and some of it is just starting to trade sideways. Just like the Greninja is down again, and then it starts to go a little bit sideways, and then oh, it has a little bit of an uptick here in the last day. Okay, so it's only $1, but hey, it's still an uptick, so it's a good positive right there. Now I'm Sylveon EX. We got traded SIR. We got around 303. Right now, as you can tell, in the last 3 months, it kind of traded sideways, and just now had an uptick. Wonder why that is. I think probably because the Umbreon is getting too expensive, and a lot of people are starting to look at these older cards, or not older, other cards from the set, and are starting to pick them up now. So I think with the way how prismatic is, I think some of these other cards that are less than 500 bucks. I mean, if the Umbreon's going up, I think this one looks better than the Umbreon in my opinion, but like I said, everyone else they like the Umbreon. So it is. Umbreon is my favorite Pokemon out of the evolution. But we gotta show love where it's appreciated at, or where it's needed. So let's take a look at some of these other cards. We got Bulbasaur from 151, trading around 41, but his lowest says at 54. Why am I near mint? Yeah, 36. So a little bit lower. You just gotta look for it. But this one's starting to have an uptick actually though. So that's the one plus side about this one. In the last month, we've bottomed out at 35-ish. and now we're on the uptrend. I think some of these other ones, like 151, um, for the people that love it, I think we might start seeing this one go up a little bit more. I don't think we're gonna have another reprint of 151. I could be wrong. They might do another one after the holidays. I have not seen much coming for the holidays for 151. I have seen more so the newer stuff and prismatic. If y'all have seen some 151 out in your stores, let me know. I'm not in a big area. But I could see anything from 151 starting to become a big, or not a big, but good pickup more than the other stuff. Now let's look at Pikachu from Surging Sparks. We got it. Yeah. It's the only one that's really still holding strong in the upside. We did have a 281 and then come down to 279, but it still is leveling out. No sales in the last couple days for this, so that's why it is leveling out on TCG Player. But I mean, it is the SIR. I can see it still just trading sideways until we have more people out of the market. Um, like I said, the SIRs now, the newer ones, I don't know why, but I'm seeing a trend of they hit like an average 200 or 300 or three, like a 300, like example, $300 here, and now it's leveling out. So I think we might hit a bottom level of like like someone might see, oh, this card is $100, so let's just bring it down to $100 and let it trade sideways. I kind of think that's what's kind of happening, but it just depends on the set and the cards. So let's get into the next one. We got Charizard from 151. This one is another one that's kind of still on the downtick. But I think we saw a little bit of, yep, still a downtick. No sideways activity on this one. We had a little bit of an uptick a couple days ago just by a couple bucks, but still on the way down. Could probably wait for this one. Like I said, the Pikachu is trading sideways around 300. I think this one might trade sideways around 300 for a little bit, but we'll see what the market says. Next up, we got Charizard VMAX from Shining Fates. This one's having an uptick, so if you haven't picked this one up and you like this one, I would go ahead and pick it up before it gets any higher. Over the last 3 months, it's had nothing but an uptick other than a little bit sideways, but you need that ground support to decide if it's going to go up or down again. So that's basically what we've seen here. The market's liking this one. It's had just very little minimal dips, only a couple bucks whenever it did. So this one could be another good pickup too, if you don't have it already before it keeps going up. Rayquaza VMAX from Evolving Skies, we got it around 719. This one's kind of trading sideways. It had a little bit of a down and then right back up. Let's check the last month. Yeah, just going to be trading sideways. The older cards that we can't get no more, I think they're going to be trading sideways for a little bit too. They might trade sideways with a little bit downward. Or they could have a little bit of an upward. It just depends on which card it is and which set it's from. I can see the Rayquaza having a little bit of a not a little bit more, but more of a sideways trend, just based off the Umbreon. I think once the Umbreon comes down to a little bit more better price, we might see the Rayquaza go back up. I'm not sure. I could see them kind of balancing each other out. If the Umbreon starts going up, I think the Rayquaza might start going back up too. All right, next up, we got a little bit of a cheaper card. We got the Alolan Executor. It is an SIR from Surging Sparks, less than $30 right now. We have had this one trading sideways for almost the last month around this price, and we've also had no sales in the last month. I don't know. I think the card looks pretty cool for a connecting art card. I don't care for the Terra Crystals at all, but it is a connecting card. It's an SIR, and it is a Gen 1 Pokemon technically, so 28 bucks, not too bad. I think I saw a couple listings a little bit cheaper. Yeah, around 26, 27. So not too bad for an SIR that you could pick up, and it will probably go up in value later because it's only been trading sideways here. So I don't see it going any lower unless the market just says nope to this card, but I could see 30 bucks for this SIR being about average for the next couple years until we get Surging Sparks out of print. Then I could see this one jumping up pretty quick if it does not before. All right, next up, we got some sealed. We got the Evolving Skies booster box. We're just going to touch this up real quick because we all know it's already came down. Let's just check out the last month. It's starting to have a little bit of an uptick over the last day from 23.31 to 23.46. So not too bad. We got some unopened 2200, so still coming down from the 25. So I think we'll still see some booster box drop a little bit more, but I think we could see some of the older ones start having more of an uptick than a sideways tick. Same with Lost Origin, 646. I mean, picking up one of these compared to picking up almost four of these, um, I probably would pick up more than the one. But I know a lot of people love Evolving Skies, and they just want Evolving Skies. So put your money where you want it. That's what this market is just buying what you like and what you think is gonna go up. I'm just trying to find, here we go, 650, $700 from a trusted seller, and we got market sitting around 654. So I can see it going back up again. Probably not very soon, but probably after the holidays we'll see some of these older stuff start going up. Next up, we got Brilliant Stars sitting around 504. This one had a big uptick over the last month, coming up from 416 up to 485 and still going up. If you haven't yet, and you need to, I would probably pick this up before it starts going back up in price. And next up, last but not least, we got the 151 Elite Trainer box. This is a regular one, not the Pokemon Center. We have it still on a down tick, coming from 410 at the high last month to about 451 now. Looking at the last month, we can see a little bit of a sideways with a positive trend. With this one, same with, like I said, unless we have more reprints coming, I don't see this box trading too much lower than probably 300, just because it is a specialty set. I mean, I hope it comes down lower. Do not get me wrong. I hope everything comes down to where everybody can buy it at a comfortable price. But like I said, it's 151. It's the original Gen 1 Pokemon, and I don't see another reprint coming, but I could be wrong. Let me be wrong. But that is it for today. If y'all liked the video, like I said at the beginning, go check out DJ Poke Center, Team Rocket Joey, Mimic Brood, PokeNE. I'm trying to remember the Poke Office. I'm trying to remember everybody that came in there last night, but it's hard. There's a lot of people. But go check them out. Go follow them. Go watch the live stream. And let me know what you're going to be picking up this week. Tune in Wednesday for our What to Watch and our Friday for our feature forecast. And we will see you next Monday. Have a good week.